Have you ever looked down and felt like your stomach was suddenly completely stretched out, hard as a rock, and incredibly uncomfortable? You know that feeling where nothing seems to fit right, your clothes feel painfully tight around your waist, and you just feel incredibly heavy after a simple meal? Some people even go through the awkward experience of being asked if they are pregnant simply because their belly is so distended. If you are constantly fighting a losing battle against gas, bloating, and that awful stuffed feeling, you are exactly where you need to be. Today, I am going to reveal 3 completely natural drinks that have the incredible power to deflate your stomach, soothe your digestive tract, and bring you surprising, fast relief. These are beverages that people absolutely love because they actually work. The first one is a surprisingly simple ancient kitchen secret you probably already have in your pantry. The second will shock you with how easy and effective it is. And the third is an absolute favorite for maintaining a happy, light, and flat gut. Plus, if you stick with me until the very end, I am going to share a powerful bonus tip involving a specific daily habit with seeds that can transform your overall digestive health. But before we get to the drinks, we need to understand what is actually causing this extreme bloating. Now, feeling a little bloated after a massive holiday meal or a big weekend of overeating is pretty normal. But if this is happening to you constantly, and it is more than just an occasional inconvenience, something in your routine needs to change. One of the biggest culprits behind a swollen belly is a group of foods known as FODMAPs. These are complex carbohydrates that do not absorb well in your small intestine. Instead, they travel down to your colon where your gut bacteria ferment them. And what does fermentation produce? Gas. A lot of gas that gets trapped and stretches your intestines like a balloon. Some of the most common foods rich in these fermentable carbs might surprise you because many of them are considered healthy. We are talking about wheat, dairy products like milk and ice cream, beans, onions, and garlic. Even certain fruits like apples, pears, and watermelon, along with vegetables like cauliflower, can cause massive bloating in sensitive people. If you are struggling with a constantly bloated stomach, try reducing your consumption of these specific foods. You don't necessarily have to eliminate them forever, but backing off can give your digestive system a much-needed break. Just make sure that as you cut back on these specific triggers, you are still meeting your daily requirements of other fresh fruits and vegetables to keep your body nourished. Now, food isn't the only thing stretching out your stomach. There is a very common condition called aerophagia, which simply means swallowing air. Believe it or not, you might be swallowing massive amounts of air every single day without even realizing it, usually right when you are eating. How does this happen? Well, if you are someone who talks a lot while chewing, you are gulping down air with every bite. Meals are not the time for heavy, stressful, or argumentative conversations. Another bad habit is slouching or hunching over your plate while you eat. Always sit up straight. Furthermore, drinking large amounts of liquids while eating is a huge mistake, and it is even worse if you are drinking carbonated or fizzy drinks. Those bubbles are literally trapped gas that you are pouring directly into your stomach. Finally, if you chew gum, especially with your mouth open, you are constantly pumping air into your digestive tract. Another major factor to consider is food intolerances, particularly to gluten and lactose. When your stomach and intestines cannot properly break down and empty these foods, they produce a massive amount of trapped gas. Now, you could go out and spend a lot of money on expensive food intolerance panels that test hundreds of different items. But the most practical and effective advice is to simply keep a food diary. For the next few weeks, write down everything you eat and drink. Pay close attention and note exactly when your bloating gets worse. If you notice a strong correlation with a specific food, eliminate it completely for a while and see the difference it makes. Now, if your bloating is caused by a sluggish gut or constipation, there are a few daily habits you absolutely must fix. First, start your day by drinking about 20 ounces or 600 milliliters of water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Second, make sure you are moving. Do some form of aerobic exercise at least 4 times a week to keep your digestive tract moving. Third, consider adding a specific type of magnesium to your routine, like magnesium citrate, sulfate, or hydroxide, which helps draw water into your bowels. You might also want to look into probiotics, specifically those containing the Bifidobacterium lactis strain. But listen closely, because if you feel like you have already tried all of these things, drinking more water, taking expensive probiotics, choking down extra fiber, and you still feel sluggish, heavy, and can't go to the bathroom regularly, there is something else you need to see. Researchers have recently brought to light a strange 8,000-year-old underwater gut superfood. By adding just one simple pinch of this to your routine, you can completely restart your digestion and effortlessly flush out up to 10 pounds of toxic poop that is currently clogging your intestines. It allows you to empty your bowels twice as fast, even if you eat absolutely zero fiber, and it requires no restrictive diets whatsoever. If you want to finally enjoy a light, healthy, and comfortable digestive system in a matter of days, grab your phone right now and point your camera at the QR code on the screen to watch a short, eye-opening presentation on how to use this superfood. If you are watching on your phone, don't worry. I have also put a direct link to it right at the top of the pinned comments below. All right, let's get into exactly what you came here for. The 3 powerful natural drinks that will help correct your bloating. Drink number 1 is basil tea. Here is exactly how you make it. Bring about 8 ounces or 250 milliliters of water to a rolling boil. While the water is heating up, take 5 fresh basil leaves, wash them well, and put them in a mug. You can also use 1 heaping tablespoon of chopped fresh leaves or 1 teaspoon if you are using dried basil leaves. Once the water is boiling, pour it directly over the basil. Cover the mug and let it steep for about 8 to 10 minutes depending on how strong you like the flavor. Strain the leaves out and drink it warm. You can enjoy up to 2 cups of this a day, ideally right after your meals. Drink number 2 is fennel seed tea. This is a classic, highly effective remedy for trapped gas. Again, boil 8 ounces of water. Take 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and crush them very lightly just to release their natural oils. Place the crushed seeds in a mug and pour the boiling water over them. Let this steep for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain out the seeds and your tea is ready. You can safely drink 2 to 3 cups of this daily. It works great either right after you eat or about 20 minutes before a meal. Finally, drink number 3, which is an absolute powerhouse for digestion, ginger tea. The preparation for this one is a little different. Take a fresh ginger root, peel it, and slice about 1 inch or 2 to 3 centimeters of the root. If you prefer, you can use 1 teaspoon of freshly grated ginger instead. Add the ginger directly into a pot with 8 ounces of water and boil them together for 10 to 15 minutes. This extraction process is key. After it boils, turn off the heat, cover the pot, and let it steep for another 5 minutes. Strain out the ginger pieces and it is ready to drink. You can have up to 2 cups a day. Drinking this right after a meal is excellent, or you can drink it 20 minutes before eating to powerfully stimulate your digestive enzymes. Now for the bonus tip I promised you. While these teas are fantastic for immediate relief, maintaining a flat, comfortable stomach long-term requires daily maintenance. One of the best things you can do for your overall digestive health is to incorporate a daily mix of natural seeds into your diet. Seeds like chia, flax, and pumpkin are incredible for your gut lining and motility. Making them a daily habit provides your digestive tract with the exact type of roughage and nutrients it needs to stay happy, light, and functioning perfectly without the balloon effect. So pay attention to how you eat, watch out for those fermentable carbs, keep a food diary, and start incorporating these powerful natural teas into your daily routine. Your stomach will thank you, and you will finally be able to put on your favorite clothes without feeling that awful tight stretch. Thank you so much for watching. Here is to a happy, healthy gut, and I will see you in the next video.